It's always a good time when, it's purple over here, right? Like we do purple for a couple of reasons. One, to honor the late homie, forever co-host Skip and Tosh. And then also when you see that purple, it's usually got something to do with Ace Blade. It's always a good time when I get to talk to my man, Danny J. Quick. I didn't know the Ace Blade hat came in gray though. I need that.
Yeah, yeah. I usually rock the one that you have, the black one with the purple brim. But the
Mhm.
gray one, it looks nice. The gray one looks nice sometimes with the purple. So it's good to have a couple of options, but not too many.
Word. I don't think people understand like how hard you go with the purple. So the first time I met this man, like I went to visit his shop he had at the time, and outside we're putting something in the car, and I'm like, wait, did you switch out the emblem? Is your emblem purple? Like I didn't even know you could do that.
You can do what you want when you're independent, man. You just make a decision one day and just change your whole thing up, man.
Yeah. So sometime in the next like 18 months, I'm gonna upgrade my Corolla to a Tesla. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do the Model 3 or the Model Y because the new Model Y just came out and that joint is dope.
Man, I wanted the X with the
The
butterfly
butterfly door.
doors. Man, I wanted that so bad. Man, I still got a picture of like it's a purple one, of course. It's
Mhm.
a purple one. Actually, if you Google purple Tesla, that one will come up, and I have it on my back screen at my job, and I'm like, man, I want that car so bad, but
Yo,
we'll see.
that's got it. Like, well, until the Cybertruck came out, the Model X was the most obnoxious car I'd ever seen in a child's carpool. Like we got the double lines and you sitting here like with the butterfly. I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
open the door like a regular person. But then now there's the Cybertruck and there's a kid at my kid's school with a Cybertruck.
Wow.
And no offense, no, all offense to Cybertruck drivers. I have never seen like a Cybertruck driver that looks like they were ever cool, like in life.
Right, right.
Like,
But the trucks are so like they're so disproportional. It's like off-putting seeing them anywhere
Mhm.
because they're not the size of any regular vehicle. Like
Right.
it's really weird. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with
Weird
you.
as a car.
But I would if I had one though, it would be purple. Like I hey,
Yeah, if you see a purple Cybertruck going down the street, you already know who it is. But yeah, man. So now you go super hard with the purple. So, and that wasn't even supposed to be my open. The open I had, right? Like I was thinking about you the other day
hmm
because all I see in the news is like, yo, TikTok's going away. They're appealing to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court was like, nah, man, let it go. And then TikTok went away.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, let me see like what really happened. I go on the app and it's like, hey, man, it's going away. And I was like, oh, snap. And then I was like, dang, what is my man Danny gonna do? The only TikTok influencer I know got like 7 million followers on TikTok.
Not even.
Selling comics all the time. Every day it's a new video. Like, hey man, I'm signing your book. It's going out today. Thanks for shopping with us. And I'm like, oh snap, like this, my man is on TikTok heavy. What am
Man.
I going to do? And then I saw the news and I was like, oh snap. My man called the president and was like, hey
It's
yo,
like,
Don, hey yo, Don, I need a favor real quick, fam. And TikTok was back in like 3 hours.
hey,
Got pulled. It's crazy.
sometimes you got to use that influence, man. You know what I really did? I called Don and I was like, "Hey, man, I can get you a promo code uh, from BJ Kicks to get you 50% off on Global Comics, actually." So, and that's all it took, man. That's all it took, really.
Word. Yeah. It was like,
But no, man, it's crazy, man, because I was stressing for a couple of days, but thankfully, I've never been the type to put all my eggs in one basket, you know.
mm,
Now I will say TikTok has been amazing for me. Like I don't want to, like I'll tell you, even though I know this is going out, but like from the time the TikTok shop started until the end of 2024, I made like $50,000 on there,
wow.
like in comic sales and in content. You like generating content, stuff like that, and it was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Now the algorithm is a little different. I'm still making sales and stuff like that, but like everything was messed up on there for a little bit. But it's just getting back into the swing of it and being consistent, man, which is one of my favorite things about your channel, man. Just being consistent, putting the content out, and being there and engaging with people.
It's a funny time for you to mention consistency, considering uh, this episode is going to be the first in like a month. And it wasn't even supposed to be like this, right? Like I
You had some
had,
stuff going on, man. You had some stuff going on.
it's true. I had interviews in the stash and everything. Like there's stuff that I have not released that I'm
Mm,
not gonna release until after this episode. But it just, I don't know. We moved, right?
hmm
That was its own thing. And then I didn't think about like, okay, I'm the only one that can move anything. Like my kids ain't gonna move nothing. My wife
Yeah.
is 8.5 months pregnant. So all the moving was on me. And then I had to flip the old house, like, because we were renting.
hmm
I'm like, I've done all this custom stuff. We had started a whole project in the kitchen, like as if we was gonna be there forever. And so I gotta paint all these rooms back. And like there was so much random stuff. Like one day my wife had like broken the chain on the door because she locked herself out by accident. So I
hmm
had to like, replace the door chain, like all these spots where it was like, oh, I'm gonna hang a picture. I'm like, why am I the only one that thought to use command strips? Like, why are there so many holes in the wall?
Man, I was just thinking about that because I put anchors in this brick wall that I have right here to put my studio together in here. And I was like, man, I want these pictures up here, whatever. I was like, man, if we ever sell this house, like this is gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess in here. And those are things that you don't think about like as a homeowner. Like this is our first house. We're still in our first house, and we've been in here for almost 10 years now. And it's like this house is for us now. Like
Mhm.
this is our house now. Everything in here is for me and my wife and our kids. And I don't know if anybody else would ever want to live in here. But if we ever do sell it, I gotta figure out how to get it back to a normal house. And that's the thing for sure.
Listen, nah, whatever. You're getting everything that's in this house. You just ain't getting these comics. Like that's
I'm
you
taking
get
I'm taking these with me.
right. Listen, because I'm doing built-ins in our guest room. Um, well, I'm gonna do like a built-in look. It's gonna be IKEA, but I'm gonna do built-ins in our guest room because it's gonna be multi-purpose. It's gonna be like a sort of reading room. That's where all my records have been in storage for like 4 years.
Oh
All my
wow.
records are gonna go in there, and then that'll be the kids' playroom. But it'll be like multi-purpose, but it'll function well.
Oh, you balling out of control. My man got a guest room. Hey, hey, BJ balling. I just want to let y'all know.
Not at all.
My man got a guest room for his records, man. That's crazy.
Listen, man, I just live in the boonies. That's all.
Hey,
That's
that's the best. That's the best thing to do, man. Like I told my brother, he out in Vegas right now, and he thinking about moving back out here. And he like, yo, why is stuff so affordable out here? I was like, man, I'm out here in the woods.
listen,
I'm
man,
out here in the woods, man.
I considered it for a minute. It's a lot of people that
It
work
worked.
where I work, my day job, and stay around where you stay. And they had opened up the new Ed McKay's over there, all kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I might check out that area. And then I was like, I'm not making that drive. Like,
It's a drive though. It is a drive, but I prefer to drive from here to your direction than from you know your area the other way. Like I
fact.
I will not. I just can't stand the traffic. Like at least it's the same time, but
Hmm.
at least I'm driving the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand being in traffic.
Yeah, man. Like, I don't know how many of y'all are from like the Raleigh area, but traveling from like Raleigh to Greensboro, like, it's terrible. And I used to work in Durham, and like driving back from Durham to Raleigh,
Oh no.
rush
Oh
hour,
no.
it was like an hour and a half. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's ridiculous.
And you're not even, it's not nearly as bad as Atlanta traffic. Like Atlanta traffic will make you mad because everything will come to a standstill and then
Yeah.
it'll start moving and there was no obstruction. There was no reason for everybody to stop.
Somebody just switch lanes real fast and
Uh,
stop all the traffic. all traffic stopped.
Bruh. That and the fact that every street is named Peachtree. And I'm like, yo, which one am I supposed to turn on? This is stupid.
bro.
Uh,
It's a nice place to vacation though.
facts, facts.
Yeah.
Yo, so this is the problem. We get together, we just start talking like
I'm just thinking,
as if
why
we
were
don't.
we supposed to be talking about comics or something?
Right, right. Why are we here?
Oh man. So yeah, man. It's that time again, man. It's that time again. We got Ace Blade number 9 coming. We've been working hard, man. We've been trying to get these books together. I've been having fun writing, and we finally got all the rewards for the Ace Blade number 8 Kickstarter out. And because I've been learning marketing, I've been learning my marketing skills. You know what I'm saying? What we did was we set up the Ace Blade number 9 Kickstarter so that we could go ahead and just send out, you know, the little flyers in there to say, "Hey, you got Ace Blade number 8? Check out Ace Blade number 9. It's coming soon." So we're gonna be launching in a couple days.
Nice, nice. So we're at 9 issues of Ace Blade, right? And obviously you've kind of gotten your production process, like you know how you're doing stuff, right? You got
Mhm.
your pages set up. Like this seems like it's a machine at this point. But I'm curious to know, like 8 issues in, now going into issue 9, what's been the most fun about continuing Ace Blade's story?
The most fun is probably also the most frustrating, man. Just trying to find people. That's why, like we were talking about TikTok, man. TikTok has been so fun for me because that platform was made off of discoverability, right? It was like I want to find new things, and like the most fun thing to me is just to have an idea and to make it, to create something. And TikTok is like the perfect platform for that for me. So like if I get an idea to be like, man, me and Ace Blade should have a conversation about, the new Secret Wars movie or something like that. And I can make a joke about whatever, I can literally just set the phone up and make that include Ace Blade and, not necessarily be marketing the comics to people, but still, give them an insight into the character and into me and entertain people. So, you know, um, the algorithms and trying to reach people is always frustrating because you never know what your real limit is. You never know what your real, market is because Marvel and DC own 99% of it, you know? But it's always great finding, a new person. And there's so many people out there who haven't heard about Ace Blade that, every time I make a video, it's like, oh shoot, what is somebody's like, what man, I've seen this. What is it? Somebody
Mhm.
asks a question, I get to answer the question, 2, 3 times a month. So, I think it's been the most fun thing. Now that, like you said, I've gotten to the point where we can make the books, like making the books isn't the problem anymore. It's not, actually producing because I can write, I can find artists, the money has been, coming in to get people paid.
Mhm.
And now it's just finding people to keep buying these books so that we can keep making them.
Word, word. Yeah. So TikTok has been freeing for you creatively, right? Like I've been avoiding TikTok. Like I don't think like the style of a TikTok, like I can't even ask a question in less than 3 sentences. I don't understand how y'all do like the super quick cuts and edits and stuff. Like I don't have the patience.
It's the kids, man. The kids literally force you to, my kids are a little older than yours. So so they got on TikTok and I didn't understand it. Same thing with Twitch though. Like I didn't understand Twitch when it first started. But when I saw how they really grabbed TikTok, I was like, I'm not gonna let this one pass me. You know what I'm saying? So I got on there. The one thing I don't do is I don't do the dance trends. Like I won't get on there and dance, but everything else is free game, man. I get on there and I talk to people, I ask questions, and I try to do it, within that little time constraint. And it's been working. Like I said, man, it's just been, the consistency, putting the content out and continuing to engage with people. Because especially, since COVID happened, people are disconnected. They want to connect. It seems like they want to connect somehow, and TikTok has allowed that to happen. So, you know, I just, like I said, the kids just make you do things. They they make you do things, or they'll make you feel old because you can't do it. So I refuse to feel old, even though I got all this gray in my beard. I refuse to feel old.
Mhm.
So just get on there and get it done, man. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, you got plenty of segments that will work on TikTok, man. If you just shoot them vertical, you got it.
Or we'll see. I'm thinking about getting that Osmo pocket joint.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It'll shoot vertical and horizontal, and I might
mm,
just set that up right next to my camera and then work it out in the
yeah.
edit. We'll see. Once this baby's about to come out, like a week from now, and so
Man, congratulations, man. I love
thank you,
it.
thank you. So once she's out, I'll have a little bit more time, like because she'll be taking naps and whatnot, and
Wait,
I won't be
is
in
this
the baby.
three?
Yes, this is baby
Baby
three.
three, man. Wow. You catching up to me, man. Come on.
You know,
Come on, four. Come on, four.
listen, we'll see, we'll see. I don't think I'm gonna catch you though. Wait, you got like five, don't you?
No, four. Four, no more. That was the motto. That was the motto. Four and no more. We was like, we had DJ at three and was like, we're gonna try for two girls and two boys. It was a third girl and was like, hey, we try, hey, we did what we could do. God, we appreciate you. We appreciate you for Olivia, man. So
Right.
hey, we got it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, man. So Ace Blade number 9. Can we get a little bit of the story? What's the synopsis we got going here?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So Ace Blade number 9, picks up right where this is halfway through the Cash Rules Everything Around Me arc. And Ace Blade is still frustrated because, his student is caught up in some mess with the supervillains, right? Blackjack and Hammerhands have gotten her in prison. She's in prison, and Ace Blade tried to break her out and got caught on camera fighting with the prison guards. So this video has gone viral, and now he's frustrated because he feels like he's gotten her into more trouble. So issue number 9 kind of focuses on Stephanie's perspective. Stephanie is the student that he had, and focuses on her perspective. And now she's frustrated with Ace Blade, but of course she doesn't know that the secret identity is her teacher Terrell Durham. So there's a little a little comic book trope, secret identity mystery there, but really it's all about the emotions that the characters feel and the situations that we put them in to make them feel that way.
Word, word. So, we're 9 issues in, and I feel like one of the problems with Kickstarter is like the more issues you go through, the more it seems inaccessible for the
Mm-hmm.
audience, right? And that's why I'm super excited that you decided to throw the early issues of Ace Blade up on Global Comics. So, for those who don't know, Global Comics did not sponsor this episode of the podcast, but they are a partner of ours, and they are a great app for reading all sorts of comics, mostly independent comics. They got DC, which is not independent, but they got Dark Horse, Boom, Image. There's a lot to grab, but there's also what's really cool about Global Comics is they're kind of like a marketplace for creators. So anybody with a PDF file can upload their comic to Global Comics and have it up, whether it's free or paid. And now you can see Ace Blade next to Batman and Superman. And there's worse things that you could be than next to Batman and Superman. Oh, that's dope. I should pin you. See, there we go. Like we're looking at Ace Blade on Global Comics right now. That's issue 1, ain't it? Yep.
Yeah. And issue 1 is free.
Nice. So you can try out Global Comics. You can try out Ace Blade. Just go to comicsaredope.com/global on a PC. If you decide to do their annual pass, then you can save 30% on that annual pass. So instead of paying 90, you pay 60 for all the comics you can read in a year. I think it's a good deal.
It is. Absolutely is.
So, yeah, but the reason I wanted to shout them out is because you've got Ace Blade up there. People can check out Ace Blade from the beginning before they decide if they want to go ahead and back the campaign. What would you say to someone who's never heard of Ace Blade, who's never read an Ace Blade comic? Like, what's the rough pitch?
Man, so the pitch I've been working on is basically imagine that you believe that you're the best fighter in the world, right? But the only way to prove it is for you to put on a mask and fight supervillains in this city that's built around greed, and they all have superpowers, but you have none, right? So Ace Blade is just a man who is trying to make a difference in his community, but also he has this insane drive to prove to himself and the world that he is the best fighter in the world. So that's really it, man. It's just a story. It's really nostalgic for, the golden age of comics when you had books like Captain America and Spider-Man, first coming out. And I really feel fortunate because um, me, along with, creators like Wingless Comics and Impound, like we're making things that are new to people, new and fresh to people, where, like you said, it's not 100 issues in where you literally can't get to the beginning of it. Like if you wanted to start reading Spawn right now as a new comic book reader, you're gonna have a tough time, yo. You're gonna have a tough time. Not and that's that's not even to speak of Spider-Man or Batman and Superman. Like these books have almost 1,000 issues, and it's impossible, to kind of really get it from the ground. And I feel fortunate that we're in a place now where we literally can continue making comics. We can keep making comics and keep making things that are positively affecting people because I think we need it right now.
Absolutely, man. I've seen such like just kind of doomsday posts on social media for the last few weeks. And I mean, some of it warranted, some of it not. I literally saw somebody yesterday that was like, yo, my job was just like, I can quit and get 7 months pay.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 hours later, it was like, oh, wait, never mind. I'm like, that kind of uncertainty is insane to me. Like,
Man, I'm telling you, man, I am telling you. I've been, I work for the federal government also, so yeah, it's been going through some things, man. But it's all, like I said, we just need to. I think people who make things that help people enjoy life right now are very important, very important because there's enough bad out there for sure.
for sure. So, speaking of people making things that help people enjoy life, I'm curious to know, like, what you've been reading as of late, right? Like, I'm behind on my reading, and I probably will be behind for another month or so. But what you picking up lately?
Man, mostly it's been mostly independent stuff. Excuse me. I've been reading a lot of indie books like Saw the Lightning Wielder. I'm caught up with Taurus Comics on that. I got the Niobe books from Stranger Comics. I was just reading. Dang, I had it right here. I thought I had it.
Mine are just
Yeah,
out of reach. I got the trades. I don't have the single issues.
yeah, I got the Niobe She Is Life Start, and then I just ordered one of the trades from because he just got on TikTok. Sebastian just got on TikTok and he was kind of asking me to show him the ropes. I'm like, you need to be showing me some stuff. but I ordered one of his books, his trades on there. But then also, I actually went back and I was thinking about doing a YouTube series on this. I went back to read the old Secret Wars, the Jim Shooter
Okay.
Secret Wars, even though I know that's not the one that the movie is based off of. I wanted to read that one before I read, the new one. So I started reading that, and it's strange, man. It's definitely strange, but just trying to, like I said, man, lean into the things that I enjoy. I enjoy reading comics, so whenever I can, pick up a book or get on Global Comics and find something cool. Oh, and the moon is following us. We
Hmm.
were talking about that briefly. Daniel Warren Johnson's series. This has been really good. I think I'm 1 or 2 issues behind, but that's one that I'm definitely trying to keep up with. What about you, man? Like, I know you said you haven't had a lot of time, but I can't imagine you not reading for for long.
Facts, facts. So January has been catch up month, and it's just been like I've been catching up on like everything black. It was unintentional. It just happened to be the stuff that like I gravitated to. So Storm is
Mhm.
amazing. Um,
Yes, I need to pick that up. Jermaine told me Storm was really good, and I didn't get the first issue.
yeah, no, like we're only 4 issues in, but
Mm.
when this series is done, it is going to be the greatest Storm series that has ever been.
Wow,
Which
wow. That
I guess
I mean,
like is and is not saying a lot because there's not a
yeah,
ton
because
out there.
there's not a lot of Storm single, solo books, but that's good.
Let's just say it'll be hard to top. I don't see anything being better than that anytime soon, especially if it gets the runway that the creator wants. He said he wants it to be about 30 issues, and I'm
Oh
like,
wow,
based on
wow.
where it's going, I'm like, I just need that. The Storm omnibus. That's
Mm.
cool. That's all that needs to be said about Storm. But
Are
yeah,
you
so
reading the Shadow Cabinet?
I am reading the Shadow Cabinet. I'm enjoying it. I got a video coming out before this interview drops. There's a video it'll be my most anticipated titles of 2025.
Okay.
I would give my thoughts in that video. Like Shadow Cabinet, I feel like it's jumping the shark a little bit.
It's fast. It's moving fast. It is moving fast. But I think it's only 4 issues, right?
Yeah, it's only 4 issues. It's ambitious,
Yeah.
and it's like there's a lot of payoff in there. Like I was reading issue 3 and Duo shows up, and I'm like, oh, so
Yeah.
they're really touching like every aspect of Milestone Returns. But the Doctor Manhattan scene, I was like, oh snap! Like, we're doing this? Like, how are we
Spoil.
doing this?
You're trying to spoil it for me. I haven't finished 3 yet. So
Okay, well, you'll know what I'm talking about when you get to it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so there's a point in the book where I'm like, I don't know. It feels like we're doing a lot, but it definitely feels like if you really think about all the characters involved, it's like
Mm.
this makes sense. It's a logical conclusion. It would just probably be better spread out over more issues. So
Yeah.
hopefully, issue 4 wraps it all up nice and neat. I think it's got the potential to like it's set up so that issue 4 is just like everybody you can think of just coming back for like a nice action scene, right?
Mm.
But I don't know, man. If this ends up being it for the Milestone Returns era, I don't know how I feel about the whole era.
Yeah, yeah. There were some good things. There were some good things. I liked Rocket. I like Rocket getting some shine, the icon and hardware, crossover was good. Um, yeah, I don't again, I'm with you. I don't know how I feel about the whole thing, but I have been enjoying the Shadow Cabinet. Uncle Joe Illage, as I call him, he's doing a good job. I love Daryl Banks, so it's hard
Yes,
not to, it's hard not to love everything he does. So,
it's very good. Miles Morales is still good. Um, Black Lightning is good.
mm,
Um, so, but Justice League Unlimited, like DC just feels like they're firing on all cylinders right now. But Justice League Unlimited legit feels like you are watching the animated series every time you pick up an issue.
oh wow, okay, I see. Now I gotta add it to my pull list. Then,
Yeah. It's like I put this in a different video, I think, but it was like Justice League for the first time feels like like the book is supposed to be in my head. Like I feel
hmm
like Justice League is supposed to be like if you can't read anything else, you pick up Justice League and now you understand the DC universe and it makes you want to go pick up whatever character, excited you in that issue. And
yeah,
that's exactly how it is. So like you're getting what was the last issue? No, it was issue 2 had like a really dope appearance from Martian Manhunter.
hmm
Um, there's a dude named Doctor Occult or Detective Occult that I didn't even know existed. But it's like the TV show where it's like there is some random dude, like all of a sudden you see a dude with a cowboy hat and a bandana, and it's like, who is this?
Who was that dude? He was dope though. He
His name
was
was
dope.
Vigilante. He was
The
dope.
vigilante. That's right. Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, so I really like that aspect of Justice League Unlimited. With Marvel, I still love all the Ultimate and Absolute Universe, or excuse me, Ultimate Universe stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, and they got the
I couldn't get with Ultimate X-Men, man. I tried. But the Ultimate X-Men book, I was like 4 issues in. I was like, I don't. It's not for me.
yeah, it was moving kind of slow, but
Hmm
also it was like a horror manga, basically.
Right.
It's like this isn't really my tempo. Like I try to keep up with it just to like know what's happening and see in case they're gonna introduce like any X-Men that we know.
hmm
Yeah, it falls to the bottom of my pile every time. So it's
Yeah.
trade. But yeah, so that's what I've been reading. I still got to get caught. I still haven't read the Ultimate Wolverine issue that came out a
Mm.
couple weeks ago. But the preview from the 1 year end special was really dope. It's like Wolverine mixed with like Winter Soldier. And I'm
Oh,
like, that's interesting. So
hey,
I really like how the Ultimate Universe feels like it's new versions of familiar stuff. Like where the Absolute Universe on DC side doesn't exactly feel that way. Like some of it just feels like this was an indie pitch, but we decided to put a superhero in it.
right. A lot of stuff has felt like that though, man. Like I think that these companies are, of course it's a business, so you got to make money. So I think sometimes they'll get ideas and then be like, oh, maybe we can do this with Superman so we can sell books. Like somebody had an idea to do something, and it was like, which character can this fit into and that can actually sell books? Let's let Batman do it. Let's let Batman do this in a separate title because you know what I'm saying? Batman can sell books, but sometimes I wish especially in mainstream, I wish they would, develop some of the more obscure characters. I'd like a Blue Beetle book, or something like that. But I hadn't read Justice League since Naomi, that little Naomi run that they had early last year,
Well, Justice League technically ended right after that.
Did it? Okay.
They
Okay.
killed the Justice League in issue 75. I think Naomi came in like issue 68 or something.
Oh wow.
They
Okay.
killed the Justice League in issue 75. And then there was just no Justice League book until Justice League Unlimited just
Like
came out. So you
Unlimited.
haven't missed much.
Okay. Hey, well, maybe I can pick it back up then since it's good.
Right. Right. It's very good. Um, but so it's funny, like I'm talking about all these like big two books because that's kind of just the stuff that floats to the top for me usually. What I've enjoyed about global comics, and then also just like my friendship with you and like going to cons and stuff, is like this whole world of indie comics, right? Like we can name names like Godhood or like Concrete and Wiseacre and
Mhm.
like different creators like Greg Burnham, Marcus Williams. Um, Stephanie Williams has a creator-owned project coming this year that I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Um, but for someone like who has created awards for the indie comics community, like how has it been like kind of just living in this world, getting to know people in the ecosystem, and then like y'all supporting each other?
It's crazy because you feel like because of the internet and because like we literally do a podcast where we talk to creators, there's so many there's so many people who make comics that like it's almost like you feel like they're I don't even know how to describe it. You feel like there's enough comics for everybody to have something because the indie space is so diverse. It's not just all superhero stuff. It's cowboys and aliens and slice of life and there's all kinds of books in the indie landscape. And you're like, there's literally if there was just a way for people to get these books in front of people, everybody would be able to live off these comics because
Mhm.
I know that there are people out there who like these books because we see them in mainstream and they do well. So it's like, yo, there's so many people with great ideas and great stories and a passion to make comics. That's why we built the platform. That's why we built the Foretales podcast because we're like, there ought to be a way to, for people to get the word out about them. At least, they know that they can come on this podcast and talk about it and talk about their journey. And we started doing the awards. We started. Got some certificates to hand out this weekend at Charlotte. To kind of tell people, hey man, I'm proud of you. It's dope what you're doing, and we appreciate you. So, you got to give people their flowers, and that's what it's all about.
Facts. Yeah. The one thing I really love about the indie comics community, and I guess even like more specifically, like the Black indie comics community, is that it is so tight knit. Like,
Mhm.
again, you missed Last Heroes because you decided to go on the Do It Big trip, I guess.
Had to be
But
with the family, yeah.
but you went on the Do It Big trip without us, and then I'm at Heroes, and I was talking to Javon, right?
Hmm.
talking to Javon and Greg about some stuff. And then like before long, I turn around and it's me, Javon, Greg Elise, Ray Anthony Height,
Mm,
Stephanie Williams. Um, gosh, who else was over there? Like, but it was just this huge crowd had just kind of descended. Omari Malik is over here, and it's just like between all of these people, I can name like so many different styles of books, right? Like we got slice of life stuff, we got, African trickster guides, we got,
right.
what I'm saying? We got a DMX inspired dude that's like homeless and talking to dogs, right? Like we got Stephanie had just done the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur book. Um, and she's doing another My Little Pony, which is dope. Um, but yeah, like there were just so many different types of books, but it was just cool to me that it was like all of a sudden we're all standing in a circle and it really felt like a family reunion at the Charlotte
Mhm.
Convention Center. And when I see y'all when I see y'all online, you're always bigging each other up. You're always in each other's comments. Like you're always sharing each other's stuff. And it makes you want to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. Like of course, with any family, there's some, it's not all good. it's, it's not all good.
You have to bring that up.
There's there's some stuff, that's a little off sometimes, but for the most part, like you said, man, we all want to support each other. We all want to, connect each other with projects. And Stephanie Williams was one of the first people to get one of those certificates because she really is a glue, man. Like she supports behind the scenes. And I've heard so many people say, yo, Stephanie did this, or Stephanie did this, or she supported our Kickstarter, or she did this. And she's always looking out for people in any community with projects, man, because she's making connections. And yeah, man, it's just dope. And it's a real synergy because you want each other to do well. Like, I think we've gotten past the point where there's, of course, there's still some crabs in the barrel mentality, but it's really all about, hey man, all, what's it, all a rising tide lifts all boats, or
That's,
and that's really what it is. And you see the people who really care about it. We've all been making these books for a long time, and of course comic books aren't super profitable. So there's a passion that has to come with it when you're telling these stories. And you see the ones who have it for sure.
maybe
When we gonna get a BJ Kicks comic though? Cause I seen you on Threads. I seen you on Threads talking about it.
you know, I have literally one comic idea, and it's like it's been bugging me. Like every few months, I think about it, and like I don't know. Every now and then, I'm like, I want to do this. I think I want to do it as a web comic,
Mhm.
but like I could definitely see it as like a middle grades graphic novel. Um, you asked me what I'm reading, so I've been doing these review copies for different publishers, and so like I just recently got in with Scholastic. Did you know
Mhm.
they had Animorphs graphic novels?
This is new. These are new.
So yeah, so these are new. This is volume 6. It comes out in March, right?
Oh, DJ would love Animorphs.
So Animorphs, what they're doing is they're adapting the old books.
Okay.
This is volume 6, and it's an adaptation of volume 6 of like the prose books from
Nice. Okay.
it.
Cool. Yeah.
First of all, there are 54 Animorphs books. I didn't know there were that many. Like I might have had one or two, like because I wasn't the kid at the book fair with money.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've seen like 10 of them, but I definitely didn't know they were the 50s. I've seen them, but I probably only had one or two.
Right. I had the
I
one
had
with
the
the
green one.
girl
I
that
had
turned
the
into the
green one and the
lion.
blue one. That's it.
I had the first one with the dude turned into the bird, and then I had
Oh man.
oh wait, that's not the first one because the first one's a dude turned into a lizard. Anyway, the point is, I've been reading Animorphs. I read Animorphs, and then I read there's a new one coming from my man Brian Hawkins. Speaking of Black indie community, um, he's got a book from Mad Cave called Blocked about this.
Oh.
It's about this dude who basically comes from like a family of werewolves, but it's on the basketball team. And it's like a coming of age type thing. Like he's about to get his werewolf powers, and he's got to decide like how he's gonna use them. That book was really dope. But between that and Animorphs, I'm like, yo, I really want to write a book like for like a 12-year-old to read.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to be like a slice of life, like semi-autobiographical, not really autobiographical, but like the kid will have my name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just want it to be about like a fun adventure. And I'm thinking like there might even be like I can't really talk about this the way I really want to talk about it because this is public forum. But it went from being like a really grounded idea that's just like, a kid on a quest to
Mm-hmm.
like a kid on a quest and maybe there's like a dinosaur or like just something outrageous that is in his way. And I think that'll be really fun. So I don't know. That will be like the one graphic novel project that I want to do. I don't know when, but
You know the first step, right? You know what the first step is?
what's that?
Write it. Write the story, BJ. That's it. Like literally write the story. And then everything else is just connections,
Mm.
deciding, who you want to draw it, how you want to put it out. You already know how to market things. So you write the story and then the rest will, I promise you, the rest will figure itself out.
Or I might need your help like on like just some scripting resources. Like I have like a rough, like I have the pitch. I have the story pitch for sure. I haven't like outlined like how long it's gonna be, how many pages, but like the idea of breaking it down from like the story to
Mhm.
page one, panel one, like and deciding that seems super daunting to me.
I got no, that's the best part, man. Come on now. I got you. I got
Okay. But yeah, man. So that'll come, but that won't come anytime near Ace Blade #9, which you can back on Kickstarter right now. If you go to comicsaredope.com/aceblade, I don't know if it's in pre-launch or if it's actually launched by the time this interview comes out, but you'll go right to the page, follow the campaign. That way you're notified when it does go live. Because Danny likes to do these rewards for day one backers or like the first backer. What we got for him this time?
I'm looking for my action figure because um we got these back in action. So we got the Ace Blade action figures. And I was very shocked and very happy that last time, I was doing a live stream and people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna get an action figure," but you never know until you actually hit the launch button. And
Mm.
literally within the first hour, the five that we had were gone. So we got five more, and I'm hoping that these will be going too. But we also got the card set, the Ace Blade card set. I should have this stuff near because I'm talking to you and I should have it. But we got the character cards, the
Yeah.
character card sets. We're bringing back some variant covers, and we're actually premiering the new Ace Blade logo on these books too. So the old Ace Blade logo was a little frustrating because I liked it so much, but people who didn't know Ace Blade, they would always see the C first. So they would be like, "What's C Blade? What is a C Blade?"
Mm.
And they wouldn't read the spade as an A. So we changed the logo to make it more legible. And this will be the first issue with it. And then all the back issues are going to have the logo on it too. So for the first time, you can get the new logo on all the issues. We got the Larry Stroman variant cover that'll be coming with the new logo. We're going to do Kyron Silva. And of course, Wally McNair is going to have a variant cover for Ace Blade #9, which is actually a crossover with Scarlet Ranger, Rolam's character, Scarlet Ranger. So yeah, it's gonna be dope because Rolam is doing a Kickstarter right after mine. So of course, like you said, we want to support each other and lean into that.
Yo, I'm so mad because I bought Scarlet Ranger at Heroes, and Ro had like the super limited like foil variant,
Oh yeah.
and I was just like, I don't have the cash, right? As soon as I left Charlotte, I was like, I should have just bought it. Like, I definitely could have just swiped the card. Like, I should have just bought the variant. Like, I'm
You
now.
got no man, you got discipline. That's the one thing about you, man. You stick to your budget, and that's what's keeping you in the game so long, man. You can't go out here just doing it. But I do feel you. There's certain stuff that you just be like, man, I can stretch for it. And
Right.
that's definitely one. That's definitely one that you want to have. Scarlet Ranger, man. I always tell Ro, um, we people have asked us all the time. They're like, "Hey man, can we? I got an idea for a universe, man. Or I'm doing this comic and I want to join the universe." And me and Morgan are always like, "There's nothing that we can do for y'all that you can't do for yourself. So we don't want to just take your properties and mismanage them, and stuff like that." But Rolam and Scarlet Ranger is the one that I've reached out to him and I was like, "Man, let's make this part of Fourth Wall universe." And he's inching closer and closer. He's inching closer and closer to saying yes. But thankfully, we got him writing something else. So we got him writing a story called "A Matter of Shadows" for the Fourth Wall universe, and then we might get Scarlet Ranger in there later.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now, see, now I'm excited. I didn't know it was a crossover issue. So,
It's just a cover, it's just a cover. So, but Wally is putting it together and it looks so dope. We'll probably be showing that right after minicon, so right before the campaign launches, probably Monday or Tuesday.
okay. Dope. Dope. Yeah, man. Dang. This guy's me mad. Like, cause y'all know I'm gonna miss Heroes this year.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Well, I haven't really decided, but leaving Charlotte's like 2.5 hours away from me. Leaving my wife at home with a newborn at like
Mm,
she'll be what, 3 months old, four
mm.
tops, just doesn't seem like a smart thing to do, especially well, they did move it. It's not Father's Day weekend. This the
Yeah,
week.
it's the weekend after.
So I don't know. I might have like banked up enough like fatherly points to leave the house for a few hours. But if I go,
You can come for one day.
it'll legit be a 1 day event. There's no way I'm staying overnight. But we'll see. We'll see. I need to figure out what's going on with the programming because if they call me to host a panel, I'm definitely will be there that day
Mhm.
for that panel. And it would only be right for Heroes to be the first con that I do a panel at. So we'll
Mm.
see. We'll see.
That's a great show, man. It's a great show.
Love it. But yeah, man, I gotta get there because it's like a family reunion every year. Like
Yeah.
that's the routine. I go, I post up at the fourth wall table, make my rounds, you know what I'm saying?
We'll
Sell
watch the stuff for you. Why are my dogs acting up?
Yeah, y'all. I sell some stuff for you though. Like
Yeah.
it's symbiotic. It's,
Yeah. You got bringing people back to the table like, oh, yeah, this is the one. This is the Ace Blade. Make sure you get that.
you know what I'm saying? People will stop by like, oh, what's this? And I'm like, oh, you haven't heard? This is King Supreme, right? Like we got.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think it was Elton. That's what it was last time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
I
Yeah.
was pitching Elton to everybody that walked by. It's a story. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude like from like a fictionalized version, kind of like Lumberton, but
Yeah. I love it, man. Yeah, this it's synergy, man. It's dope, man. Like your channel says, man. Comics are dope, but the people are what make the comics dope. So, especially in our little community, man, it's always great. And shows like Heroes really show that to you. Like a lot of shows, you don't even get the time to really walk around and see people, but Heroes, for some reason, I don't know what it is. They always put us close to each other so
Mhm.
that we can, we can shout each other out. And I prefer that. I actually prefer that. So shout out to Carla and the whole team at Heroes Online, or Heroes on Ain't Hard to Find, because they put on an amazing show for sure.
It's a great show. It is a great show. I will be sad if I miss it this year, but I'll be back in 2026 in full
For sure.
effect.
For sure. Unless Baby 4 comes.
That ain't happening. I'm trying to do the math. I guess it's possible, but perhaps not. Perhaps we'll see. We'll see. Because if we are popping out a fourth, we're trying to do it like as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the best way to be so they can all grow up together, man. I'm telling you.
for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. And Squeak already trying to be somebody's mom. So
I can imagine.
this room, anyway, we can talk offline. But yeah, so I'm really excited that AceBlade has made it to 9 issues and that, you choose to come here every time. Like it is so fun to see this enterprise grow, to see this story grow, and to see it continue. It's been really dope. Um, One last question before we get out of here, because I know, like, I guess technically the campaign didn't fund right, but where is my Bequest hardcover?
Man, we literally only made four. We made the four
Mhm.
for to show people for the campaign. So I have one, Morgan has one, Wally has one, and Ro has one. And we are working on a project for Bequest for the summer. And then after that, you might be able to actually get one of those hardcovers. Um, so we're still working on it, but for right now, there's literally only four copies, and nobody's getting mine. Like nobody's getting my copy.
Word,
So
word, word.
so we will see though in the summer for Bequest. We've been having some meetings and working on some projects. So look for the goat coming soon from me. Look for Pakuma from Wally, and a couple of other ones. Man, we got some stuff brewing, and more Ballad of the Black Rose too. Issue 2 will be launching soon, probably in the spring.
Nice, nice. Yeah, we got to get my copy ordered before these tariffs come into effect. So we'll figure something out.
We'll see. We'll see.
It might be tomorrow, but you never know.
Literally could have happened as we were recording.
Yeah, I don't know. Does the White House have like business hours? Like
No,
after
no.
no,
I've been getting emails like 7:30 at night, first thing in the morning. It's crazy.
insane. Oh man. Well, just 3 years, 11 months, 12 days left.
Hey, we'll see, man. He might get a third term. You never know. You never know.
Don't. You don't. You also never know how an episode is going to end at Comics Are Dope. So thank you all for listening. Again, make sure you go to comicsaredope.com/aceblade to back the campaign. I'm trying to get one of these action figures. How much is the action figure tier? I know you know.
Yeah, so same as last time, we're gonna do the action figure with all the variant covers for issue 9. So it'll be right at $200. It'll be right at $200 for the action figure and I think it's four, might be five variant covers in that bundle. So yeah.
Might have to sell my icon to get Ace Blade. See,
Nah, nah, bro. I got two coming though. I got two icons coming.
I should have ordered two. Now, if I order a second one, I'm gonna be mad because I pay shipping twice. But
Yeah, the shipping gonna get you. But I got two. So I'm gonna have one out of the box, but I'll keep one in the box too.
or- well, look, man. Again, y'all go back the campaign, get your action figures, get the variants. You might have to do like me and double dip so that all of your issues match with the trade dress. Diabolical scheme that my man got going here, but it's all good. Go to comicsaredope.com/aceblade and you'll be able to get your fix. And we'll see Danny back when it's time for issue 10, man. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Danny, for your time. And stay safe, stay awesome, and read something dope today. Peace.